and everything in between. Welcome back to the channel. This is Off the Ropes with Dude. We're going to talk about SmackDown, the official return of Bray Wyatt on Friday Night SmackDown. The in-ring return of Bray Wyatt. Not in-ring, but official return of Bray Wyatt to SmackDown. As he did come back at Extreme Rules. And it looks, and that promo, you want to call it a promo of him basically pouring his heart out, of how it felt, the actual genuine him, losing his job, losing his friends, losing hope, and believing that everything that he's done in the WWE didn't mean much. But, he he's wrong. He was wrong about that, and he's glad that he was wrong about that, because as much of an impact it is, as much as I'm just quoting him word for word, it seems like it's all honestly true. Like, he was very much missed, and it was, and as much as he wanted to believe that he didn't have an impact on us, he actually did. The Fiend, like the Wyatt fam, like from the Wyatt family to the Firefly Funhouse, the Fiend, and what's going on now with the White Rabbit and us following the White Rabbit to clues. We're just here to enjoy the ride as per usual. This story that you're telling is so intriguing, so mesmerizing, and that's what basically it's all about, is your ability to do that, is to bring this type of mystery. You bring a different type of air that hasn't been seen in wrestling since the days, if I dare compare, since the days of the Undertaker. And it just feels that way. He's like today's version of the Undertaker. And we need that desperately. We need that desperately. And as much as you want to thank us, I still want to thank you, Bray Wyatt. I still want to thank you, Wyndham. For returning, for everything that you've done. Thank you. And the major things that happened on SmackDown, we had Sami Zayn beating Kofi Kingston with assistance from Jey Uso, a reluctant Jey Uso. And it's still animosity between them, but it's just trying to work it out. And I'm here for it. I'm here for everything that's going on there. Another thing, we had a surprise match. We had Damage Control taking on Raquel, Shotzi, and Roxanne Perez. And I was surprised. I shouldn't have been surprised, but I kind of was surprised that she made main roster, kind of like her main roster debut, a main roster showcase from NXT. But I shouldn't even be surprised because this is Triple H we're talking about here. He's going to showcase who he believes is either close to being ready for the main roster, or just start showcasing NXT talent, which is like, all right, I'm here for it. Again, I'm here for it. Sonya Deville had a backstage interview with Kayla Braxton. I'm going to shout out Kayla Braxton as much as I can and often as I can because she is cool. She is one of my favorite interviewers so far. And with Byron Saxon also being an interviewer, it's kind of like, all right, thank you. Well, thank you for getting them away from Corey Graves because Corey. Anyway, I don't. It's not my favorite. So I'll just put it like that. So even with that, we also have like during the interview, right? Sonya Deville is basically running down Liv Morgan, the fact that she lost her, she had an opportunity with the women's championship and she lost it. She threw it away, going through all of, tearing her down. And Liv Morgan goes on the attack with a crazy look in her eye, with a sense of enjoyment out of the pain that she is dishing out towards Sonya Deville and going to the extreme. She is going the route of Jeffrey, and it's building up to be that way, and I loving the direction, but it's not so much Jeff as much as it is kind of like a different, like she's coming into her own personality. She's throwing in a little bit more of a, like, I'm an extreme dude, I'm extreme. It's a little more than that. It's more like by any means necessary, and I'm here for it. I'm all here for it. I'm here for everything. It seems like, but this video is by the way, video is happening late or early in the morning, depending on how you look at it. Even though it's AM, it's late. But anyway, even with that said, we got what could possibly be one of those emotional moments, another emotional moment, because it was an emotional night. Bray Wyatt's emotional main event, plus what happened afterwards with the masked figure. We still don't know the identity of this side of Bray yet. We don't know the identity. We don't even know the name. I'm not even going to take a guess. I'm just here to enjoy the ride, which is one of the other reasons why I didn't have no conspiracy theories for who's going to be in his group, or if there's going to be a group, or all this. Like, the only video that I did do was who was Sister Abigail. That's the only one I didn't do for any other members of the group. And I was just like, all right, I'm just going to sit here and enjoy the ride. That's the decision I made, and I'm still sticking with that. But the emotional part where Rey Mysterio was talking to Triple H was going to vouch to leave because he just said he can't face his son. He can't face his son. He can't be on, he can't face his son on Raw. So Rey Mysterio got moved to SmackDown. His home. He was one of the top stars of SmackDown back in the day, if y'all remember correctly. He was one of the big names. So welcome back, Rey Mysterio, and he ended up being a part of the Fatal 4-Way because let's go back to the way beginning where there was a car accident that involved Karrion Kross and Scarlett Bordeaux, they got injured. Drew McIntyre came in and beat the bricks off of Karrion Kross after what happened at Extreme Rules, and he said this isn't over. It ain't over by a long shot, and I'm like, oh, this got really serious really fast. So let's fast forward to where I was. Karrion Kross was supposed to be a part of the Fatal 4-Way to determine the number one contender for the Intercontinental Championship. Obviously, Karrion Kross is injured. Too injured for that. So, they replaced him with Rey Mysterio, who is now the newest member of the SmackDown roster. So, it was Ricochet, Sheamus, Rey Mysterio, and I'm sorry for I forget sometimes like it's something that need to work on. But the Fatal 4-Way for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship, Rey Mysterio picking up the win. Picking up the win, and is going to face Gunther for the Intercontinental Championship. You got the free shirt title shot. Then, no, as that was the main event match, we get to the main event of Bray Wyatt just pouring his heart out. Coming out with a new theme. New theme is banging like his old theme, and I love it. I love this new theme. I love it. It reminds me of like if you're a fan of King of Fighters, like it reminds me of a King of Fighters boss fight that you're getting ready to face. You're getting ready to face like SNK Syndrome, freaking level of boss where teleportations and just screen filling nonsense is happening, and that's kind of like reminding me of that. And as he was expressing himself, say you guys are the reason, and then the lights go out, and then up on the monitor, up on the Titantron, we get the masked figure saying, forget about your past, forget about your future. And that you have no idea what you have no idea what you face. You have no idea at all. And I'm like, yeah, I'm here. All right. Me reinvested, me super invested again with what is going on with Bray Wyatt, and that's dope. Like I'm 100% for it. I'm 100% just in it. I'm into it, man. I'm into it. I'm into everything that's going on. SmackDown, a perfect show, 10 out of 10, and this wasn't supposed to be like a review or anything like that. Like it wasn't supposed to be even a review, honestly. But it just turned into it. So I'm glad everything is just building up. Like everything is building towards something. Like the end and you feel like the end result is going to be it's going to be satisfying. It's going to be worth it. It's going to be something. Either something large or something satisfying. Enough, like passable. Like the Triple H era of WWE has been nothing short of amazing. And I just gotta I can't say enough. Again, to Bray Wyatt, thank you. And I'm glad that you found yourself. I'm glad that you are back. You know, more so than you realize. As you know, I'm the same. You know, hate to admit, I'm around the same age range as you. But as a fan, I am completely 100% glad that you're back. Thank you for coming back. But with that said, kings and queens and everything in between, I hope to see, I hope to hear from you guys in the comments your favorite moments of SmackDown, your least favorite moments. Who's your favorite current WWE superstar of this moment, and give me a reason why you like that particular superstar. Whether you like that particular wrestler, haha. Whether it be male or female or even both. Name your favorite your male wrestler and your favorite female wrestler, and just write it down below. I'll read through it, and then I'll give you mine. I'll for sure give you mine. And with that said, kings and queens and everything between, again, I thank you for stopping by, watching my content, watching this random long content where I talk SmackDown. And be on the lookout for more videos that's going to be coming out throughout, because I would be streaming, but currently going through going through a little bit of a hiccup, but I'll be back on by next weekend. Uh, by next weekend, I'll be back on. CWA Meltdown ain't going nowhere. It's just on a little bit of a rest, but we'll leave where we'll kick things off where we left off before. So I shall see y'all in the next video. This has been dude off the ropes, and I shall, now I'll see y'all. I will, honestly will. Peace.